Hello students. So today we will see example number 11, which is related with the application of the Gauss law. Now the question is the electric field intensity components are given. The electric field intensity having the x component is alpha x is to half, where x is a distance from the origin. Ey is 0 and Ez component is also 0. So clearly the electric field intensity is along the x-axis, where alpha is some constant given by the value 800 Newton per Coulomb meter raised to half, and A is the side of the cube or the length of the cube, which is 0.1 meter. The question is, if we place this cube in a Cartesian coordinate system, find out the total flux linked with this cube as well as total charge enclosed by the cube. So first we will see that this cube has if you consider this cube, it has 6 face. Now if it has a 6 face, we have to find out the area vector for each face of the cube. So if I consider this top face, clearly the area vector should be normal. So if I take a small element here, this will be the area vector delta S. Now the electric field intensity is only along the x-axis. So angle between the electric field intensity, which is along the x-axis, and this area vector is 90 degree. So the contribution of this face is 0. Similarly for the face at the bottom, the electric field intensity is the area vector is in negative y-axis, and the electric field is again along the x-axis, so resultant flux will be 0. Similarly for the face, front face, the area vector will be outward, that is z-axis. For the face at the back, the area vector will be inward, that is negative z-axis. So out of this 6 face, the 4 face contribution should be 0. You are left with only the 2 face which are shaded here, which are parallel to the x-axis. All the 4 face are normal to the x-axis, so their contribution is 0, because the angle between the area vector and the electric field intensity is 0. So for finding the first part, we first indicate that the contribution of the 4 phase will be 0. The electric flux linked with 4 faces normal to x-axis is 0, as angle between E vector and delta S vector is plus minus pi by 2. So the flux contribution will be 0. Only 2 faces shown by shaded area contribute to the flux, and they are parallel to x-axis. So out of 6 face, only 2 face will contribute. Perpendicular face will contribute 0 flux, and parallel face will contribute the flux to this cube. Now they have given NR, that is R for right, L for left, N cap is a unit vector which gives the direction of the area vector. Area vector is normal. So for this first phase, which is called as a right phase, delta S is in the direction of the electric field intensity. This phase, which is called as left phase, its area vector is opposite to the direction of the electric field intensity. The side of the cube is A. So first we find out or write down the magnitude. The magnitude of the electric field intensity or the x component is a function of x. So the electric field or the magnitude of electric field intensity along left phase. So let EL be the electric field intensity, that is alpha. Distance of this left phase from the origin is, this is A given. So in the place of x, I write A raised to half. So this is equation number 1. Similarly, you have to write this theory, the magnitude of electric field intensity along the right phase, that is ER, is equal to alpha. Distance of this phase from the origin, that is, this is A, again this is A, 2A, so 2A raised to half. This is your equation number 2. Now we have to find out the flux. The flux linked with left phase, that is phi L is equal to E vector dot delta S vector. So left phase EL. EL direction, that is along the x-axis. So it is alpha x raised to half. I am substituting the value, it is magnitude, and the direction is nr cap. The electric field intensity direction is denoted by nr cap. Dot delta S, so magnitude of the area. Now this phase is a square, so area of a square, A square, and direction, that is, I write either NL or I can write minus of NR. So either you write NL, now NR and NL are opposite, so we take a minus sign, or the angle is 180 degree, or I can write a minus NR cap. So this comes out to be NR dot NR, that is 1 minus here, so minus alpha. In the place of x, I have to substitute A because the distance is A. In the place of this x, I have to substitute A. So A raised to half and A square, that is A raised to 5 by 2. So this is equation number 3. Similarly, the flux linked with right phase, that is phi R, equal to ER dot delta S. I am directly substituting the value ER alpha 2A raised to half. So here the distance was A, here the distance is 2A. Direction again NR cap dot. The direction of this area element is also along the x-axis, and the magnitude of the area or the area of this square is again A square. So A square NR cap. NR cap, that is 1. So phi R is equal to again alpha 2A whole raised to half. So it becomes A raised to half A square, that is again A raised to 5, and 2 raised to half A raised to 5 by 2. That is equation number 4. Now we have to find out the total flux linked with this Q. So total flux linked with Q. So phi is equal to phi right plus phi left. Substituting this value, we find that alpha and A raised to 5 by 2 are common. So alpha A raised to 5 by 2 is common. Here it is root 2 minus 1. So this is the flux linked with the Q, which is placed in a Cartesian coordinate system where the electric field is along x-axis. Now I substitute this value, alpha is 800, multiply the length or the side of the cube is 0.1, that is 0.1 raised to 5 by 2 under root 2 minus 1. Now I substitute all this value and find out the answer. Unit becomes Newton per Coulomb meter square. You substitute all these values and find out the answer. Now the second part is also find out the total charge. So according to Gauss law, the flux is equal to summation q upon epsilon naught. Therefore, charge enclosed by q or summation q is equal to epsilon naught time the flux. So whatever value you get here, you substitute this value and multiply it by the permittivity of the free space, and permittivity of the free space was 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So you substitute this value and find out the answer, and unit becomes coulomb. So this is how we find out the flux and the charge linked with the cube, which is placed in Cartesian coordinate system, where the electric field intensity was along the x-axis. Now we move on to the next example. Now in example number 12, we have a cylinder of length 20 centimeter and the radius 5 centimeter, and the cylinder is placed in such a way that half of the cylinder is along the x-axis and other half is along the negative x-axis. That is, the x coordinate is given. This is plus 10 centimeter, this is minus 10 centimeter. Now let us see the electric field intensity. The electric field intensity is 200 I if x is greater than 0. Means if you are along the positive x-axis, the electric field is positive, and for negative x-axis, the electric field is negative. So first part is find out the flux linked with the flat surface. Here the flat surface means we know the cylinder have three parts, two cross section, and one is called as a curved surface of a cylinder. Here flat face means this two cross sections. Now for these two cross sections, we have two area vectors. Let this area vector, this now again this will be referred as a right face, or say phi 2, phi 1, any symbol you can give. This is delta S, and for this face, delta S is in this direction. Now if you are dealing with the negative x-axis, the electric field is also taken as negative, and for positive x-axis the field is taken as positive. So here flat face means the cross section. Second part is find the flux to the side of cylinder. Here side means the length, along the length or a curved surface of a cylinder. So for the first part, let us denote the symbol as right and left. The flux linked with the right face of the cylinder. So the flux linked with right face or cross section of cylinder. Now this is our one portion, we are shading it. This is your another portion. For this portion we know the contribution will be 0. So the flux linked with the right face or cross section of the cylinder, let this is phi r. This will be written as electric field intensity linked with the right side dot delta S. Now here electric field intensity is positive and the area element is also along the x-axis. So this can be written as ERI dot delta SI, that is E vector and delta S vector are parallel to each other, or they are in the same direction. I dot I is 1, so this becomes ER delta S, that is equal to, now the magnitude of electric field intensity, that is 200. Area of this cross section, that will be pi r square. So pi r square. So this is equal to 200 into 3.14 into R is 5 centimeter, which can be written as 0.05 meter whole square. So this can be written as 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. So you calculate this value, or because we have to find out this, let me calculate. This is 200 into 3.14 into, this will be written as 5 upon 100 divided by 5 upon 100. So this 0 cancelled. So 25 4s are 2 1 2, 2 2s are 4. That is half of 3.14. That is about 1.57. So the flux linked with the right phase is 1.57 Newton per Coulomb meter square. Let this be given by equation number 1, the flux linked with the right phase. Similarly, we find out the flux linked with the left cross section. Again, the same theory, the flux linked with the left face or the cross section of the cylinder will be written as phi L equal to EL dot delta S. This is equal to EL, so ELI minus I, because for the electric field less than X, the electric field is negative. Again, dot, area vector is also along the negative x-axis, so delta S minus I cap, minus I cap plus 1, so EL delta S. That is the same formula because the magnitude is same, so magnitude comes out to be same. Again, delta S can be written as pi r square. So the flux linked with the left face or the flat face or the cross section is same. That comes out to be 1.57 Newton per Coulomb meter square. So this is equation number 2, and this was our first equation. So the answer for the first part, each phase is found. Second part is find out the flux through the sides of the cylinder. Now when we say a side, it is simply the curved surface. It is simply a curved surface. So for the second part, we have to find out the area vector. The electric field is either along the x-axis or a negative x-axis. For the second part, if I consider the side, the area vector is along the y-axis. So the electric field and the area vector makes an angle of 90 degree. So simply for the second part, the flux linked with side of cylinder or say curved surface is 0. Reason we can write E vector and delta S vector are perpendicular. So the flux linked with the side of cylinder is 0. Third portion, find out the net flux. So net flux is phi is equal to phi right, phi left plus this side, it comes out to be 0. This value was same, that is 1.57 plus 1.57, again it comes out to be 3.14 Newton per Coulomb meter square. So this is the total flux linked with the entire cylinder, which is placed in a electric field intensity which is along x-axis for x greater than 0 and negative x-axis for x less than 0. So this is the third part. Last part, find out the total charge enclosed by this cylinder. So D part, which is the total charge. So simply for, if we know the flux, we have to apply the Gauss law. So according to Gauss law, flux is equal to summation q upon epsilon naught. Therefore, total charge summation q is equal to phi into epsilon naught. Phi into epsilon naught. Therefore, summation q is equal to flux. Flux is 3.14 multiplied by the permittivity of the medium, that is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So this multiplication you do and find out the answer. It is left as an exercise. The unit is coulomb. So this is example 11 and 12, which was the application of the Gauss law. So we end our lecture by these two examples. Have a good day.